It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Hello, everybody. My name's Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, my Tuesday evening live stream. How are you? I'm all right. Coming up on the show, I'm going to eat something. We'll have some gameplay. I've got a top 15 list. But before we do that, I'd like to celebrate the first 3 people that find their way into this chat room, into the chat. Let's do that. Let's check it out. Your chat may differ from mine. I don't even know where it is. Here we go. Going back up to the top. Oh, wow. It's loading. From 7:32 p.m. last night, our gold medal goes to It's Joey's World. Our silver, Samantha Lowe at 7:45. And then Rachel was here at 7:48. Tight race. Thank you for your dedication and for being here. And I hope you have fun with that. I have fun with it. So, Francisco was a close 4th. Thank you, Francisco. Paul Eichenlaub, hello to you. Arjons, welcome. Mr. Fulton, I'm saying welcome. All of this was done yesterday. I see Mr. Fulton Mraz, Donna Jaworski. Looks like I'm late. At 9 a.m., 9:03, you were late. Yes, you've got to take this seriously. You never know when YouTube refreshes, though. I mean, it's a crapshoot. Oh, what are you gonna do? Pepper Tree Villa, welcome in, or I hope you come back. I'll just say that. Hope you had a great day. Noah, welcome in. Keith also here. Rob Fuzz in the house. That was at 6:30. Okay, so we're getting closer to showtime. Mar in Memphis, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. Timothy Rainwaters, hello to you. Noah. Did I say hi to Noah? Hello, Noah. And did I miss somebody? Looked like Noah said hi to Matthew and Lauren, but I don't see them in my chat. Oh, there they are. There it is. Watching while working. They are cast members, so don't tell Mickey. That's what that's all about. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Movie Mania Nick, hello to you. Hope you're doing well. And we said hi to Keith, BDF? Yes, we did. I remember my own voice. Kay Wilby, hello to you. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Oh, what's Keith saying here? My Chiefs beat the Dolphins. 26-7, was that the score? Wow. I watched it on Peacock as well. I was really interested in seeing what the football was going to be like in the bitter, bitter cold. And there were some notable things, but yeah. I guess more on football in a little bit. But thanks, Keith. Sebastian the Crab, hello. Happy Tuesday to you. Going through. Am I caught up? I might be caught up. Ryan, hello. Season's greetings. And sun salutations. Kind of like that. Michelle the Quilter. Great to have you here. Thank you very much. Let's see. Okay. Our Johns, yes. Okay. Mom and Dad, hello. I think they watched some football this weekend, as many of us did. Holy moly! This okay. I've come to the end. Thank you everybody for being here, stopping by, hanging out. This is a lot of fun for me. I hope it's a lot of fun for you. You may have noticed I do have some music back, and I'm very happy about that. Redid some things, and now you can be treated to stuff like this, and like this. Oh, I hit the button twice. That's my fault. Anyway, so that's all. That's squared away. I've got this back to where I can change it now. So things are looking up in 2024. Let's start out by after the. I guess I've already started out. Let's continue. A couple of weeks ago, I did a top 15 list about my favorite things that I watched, movies or TV shows that I watched last year, and one of the top ones was a show called The Bear, and apparently it's winning lots of awards, and the Emmy Awards were last night. It happened to also be on at the same time the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were beating the Philadelphia Eagles, so I was watching that. But after the game, I saw that there were a number of awards presented to The Bear, including, I think I've got some pictures here. That's the cast and some producers, I think. It did win the Emmy for Outstanding Comedy Series. It won one of the performers. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. But she won the Emmy for Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. These two guys, again, I don't know their names. The guy on the left, in the white jacket, he won the Emmy for Lead Actor in a Comedy Series. He is he's the lead of The Bear. And the other guy won for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. So 4 Emmys last night, which is cool. I know the Emmy is for comedy series, and there are laughs in the show, but there's also there's a lot of drama, and it's not all laughs. There's a lot of serious parts in the show. I don't what do they call that? Dramedy? I've heard that term before. I don't know if that's applicable, but I know it's really well done, and I think it did deserve the Emmy for best. Not that I've seen everything, but I liked it certainly. You know what didn't win last night? I don't think any Emmys were given to The Mandalorian. Mark Langenkamp, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the comment on the video today. What's next? Let's go to football scores. Now, a couple of these will be repeats, but I didn't have my music, and it just felt wrong to not show these without music. So here we go. Florida State University hasn't played football in a while, but their soccer team won the national championship. Maybe you remember this from last week. Congratulations to them. Okay. next, another great fight song. Here we go. University of Michigan, national champions. They beat Washington. All right. But the team that is still playing and played just this past weekend, the Detroit Lions, they won their first playoff game since 1992. They beat the LA Rams 24-23. Best game of the weekend in the NFL. I don't know if you know the history between these two teams, but 3 years ago they swapped quarterbacks. Lions used to have Matt Stafford. He went to LA Rams. He won a Super Bowl there. Jared Goff, who you see before you now, came to Detroit, lost their first 10 games in his first year here, and then they turned it around. Well, they didn't turn it around. That's not true. They finished that year 3-10-1 or something like that. I don't remember. And then they started out last year 1-6. That's when they turned it around and ended up with a winning record. They finished 9-8 last year. This year they finished 12-5. They won the North, the NFC North. Got to host a playoff game. That was the result you just saw. And now, as it happens, because the Dallas Cowboys lost, Detroit will host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this Sunday. And we're in the Tampa area here, but I am a Lions fan. I was rooting for Tampa last night. Being a longtime Lions fan and only having seen one playoff victory in my life, it is really weird to hear of them hosting a second playoff game in the same year. It's just, we've been, as Lions fans, through some dark times, but also some darker times. And this year has been the most fun year I've ever had watching Lions football. And that includes with Barry Sanders, although he was a joy to watch and probably my favorite player ever for the Lions. This year has been great. It's been fantastic. Simba 2, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I could go on and on. This isn't a football live stream, but we're having fun watching the Lions this year. And it's still going. Now, depending on which Lions team shows up this weekend, they've got a great chance to go to the conference finals, which would be against either the San Francisco 49ers or the Green Bay Packers, whoever wins that game. They have to beat the Buccaneers first. Now, along with the Lions, the Buccaneers, it also depends which team shows up, because they had a losing streak earlier this year. I went to one of those games when the Lions came here. It's just been a lot of fun. We'll see. Lions have a great chance to move on, and it's very exciting. All right, I've got a segment here coming up now that I haven't had in a long time. I've kind of abandoned the neighborhood wildlife segment, but I came across some neighborhood wildlife today. So let's check it out. We have many birds in this area, and I've shown you over the weeks many of them. The sandhill cranes, the giant cranes that walk our streets. I've shown you some vultures. I'm going to show you some fishhawks today. There are a lot in this area, and I may have pointed them out before. But ospreys, or fishhawks, as they're also known, there's a lot of them in this area. Well, today, I'm in front of my house, and I look up, and it's if these ospreys, and there were a lot of them, more than usual, they were circling the cul-de-sac as if they were vultures. It was weird behavior. I don't see that often. I think I've seen it before, but I don't see it often. So I took some video, and I want to show you what I saw today. That's the More Sunshine Please live stream studio right there. But above it is, there they are. Now, they don't look like vultures. They look like large blackbirds, really. But you see them, this behavior is, to me, unusual. I wasn't sure what I was seeing or why they were doing that. It's not like there was a deer carcass on the side of the road or anything like that. They don't do that. They don't eat like vultures. But they're behaving like them right now, in the air. And they stuck together, but they would move. So it wasn't one particular area that they were flying over. They were, as a group, they were moving around, kind of maybe like looking for things. I don't know. I don't know enough about ospreys to give you an answer. But it was very interesting to see. Neighborhood wildlife. DNG Explorers, welcome in. Good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. And if you joined us and I missed you, welcome in. Thanks for being here. What else do I have? The bear, football, wildlife. Oh, yeah. Found something on a clearance shelf I'd like to show you. Now, many times you will find items from a bygone season or holiday on the clearance shelves. Stores want to get rid of them. I've got such an item here. My wife actually found this at Sprouts. Found it the other day, but I've been looking forward to it. As you know, I love my pumpkin spice. Yes, this is a pumpkin spice item. This is pumpkin spice brittle with pumpkin seeds, and I believe this was packaged by Sprouts. This is a Sprouts item. Maybe it's not. It says TomandGlasser.com. I don't know who Tom and Glasser are. Anyway, full disclosure, my wife already tried this, and I asked her to tell me about it, so I'm not totally in the dark here. Though I've had brittle before, and I've had a lot of pumpkin spice things before. It's very good. Let's see. Okay. She said, because it's brittle and it may stick to your teeth, get a thin piece. A small, thin piece. Good idea. I could suck on it, but it's not what it's for. All right, I've got this. Here we go. Where's my music? I've got it back. Here we go. Okay. It's delicious, of course. What I was told and what I agree with is that cinnamon is the main flavor here. And also what I was told, and I agree with, is it's listed pumpkin spice brittle with pumpkin seeds. I saw the pumpkin seeds, but I can't tell they're in there. This is good. Probably not the best thing to eat on camera. I'm glad I had a little piece. That was a good call. Thank you for that advice. This is delicious, and we will enjoy this. It's a little cinnamon heavy, but very good. My wife said it was there was a creme brulee flavor to it, like a burned creme brulee. I don't know if I'm fancy enough or... Dad Builds, welcome in. I've had creme brulee before, but... Okay. Well, that was that, and that was great. I'm glad we have that. I'm glad we found it, and I'm glad we didn't pay full price. What's next? Let's play our game, shall we? Chrono Photo. Let's see. Did I set that up? Oh, I did. Good. All right. Okay. Here is Chrono Photo. We are going to be shown 5 pictures. We have to guess in which year each picture was taken. There's a point value to how close we come to with our guesses. A perfect bullseye, if we guess the year, that's 1,000 points. So the closer we are, the more points we get. 5,000 would be a perfect score. Our record, 4,406. A great score. We're going to try to beat that today. We're going to try to beat it every week, but I feel good. Maybe it's all my football teams doing well, but whatever. All right, here we go. I like starting out with a color picture. Just, where's the slider? Okay, there we go. There's a slider. At the bottom, this is how we guess. The earliest we can guess is the year 1900, and the latest year we can guess is last year, 2023. Let's take a look at our picture. It appears to be an airport? Is that what these kiosks are? Maybe? Kind of looks like an airport to me. It also looks like a bowling alley. Let's see. Oh, is there a date up here? What's going on? Oh, yeah. Delta. I see the Delta logo here. The more I zoom in, the less resolution and definition we get with our picture here. But what I don't see are masks. So that's something. What are these things? What is this? Are those monitors there? Or is this a self-serve baggage? I don't know what this is. I've never seen that. They don't have this in my airport. Where else? Yeah. That's the bottom of the picture. Okay. Let's see. anything here. The BLM doesn't matter, but I know this is with these monitors here. This is relatively new. Within the past 7 years. Fast food places, their menus are like this now with these monitors, easily changed. There are other airlines there, but I can't tell what they are. This may not be the United States, which would explain why I haven't seen a machine like this. Does anybody know what that is? The guy in the background looks like Phil Donahue. Oh, hey. Yeah, a little bit. Kind of does. Oh, I see that word, yellow word there. That might be Dutch or something. I don't know what that is. I don't know where we are. Okay, here the phone, this guy's phone. Another clue. He's taken a picture of I can't tell, but his phone is a clue. If you can tell which model phone that is, that might be of help. What else? Can't really. Everybody's wearing winter wear, bundled up. Yeah, that's KLM. They're in section 11, apparently. Zoom back out. Is that it? That's the whole thing. That's the whole picture there. What's that up there? Anything? Nothing. Can't tell. So I turn to the chat, and I see what you guys have to say. All right. All right. Nick says people sleep in those things? Right there in the middle of the... Is that a cryogenic cabin? I don't know what that is. All right, let's see. Our first guess is Keith, guessing 1999. Nick says 92. Mr. Fulton Mraz, 95. Noah says 97. Donna, 2001. I'm thinking this is a lot later than these guesses, but what do I know? I don't know. They're just guesses. Did I get the first ones? Yeah. All right, let's see. Back to the guesses. Mark says 90 or 89? Really? I those monitors are within the past 10 years. Mar's not feeling well? I missed that. Mar, get well soon. I see a smartphone. All right. Keith says no TSA, so pre-TSA, but does every country have a TSA? PTV says 2017. Paul says 2014. That smartphone does not have a bezel, so what does that tell us? Keith says 2015 now. Noah says 2015. Timothy Rainwaters with 2017. Oh, I just lost it. Marlene, hello to you. Thank you for your guess of 2014. Let's see. Chris says this is a iPhone 8 or earlier, I think. It had the home button at the bottom. Great pickup there. Now, what about Samsung models? I am not familiar, but do they have buttons on the bottom? I don't know. Just asking. But good call there. Chris says 2018. Mark says 2012. Donna says 2012. Oh, Mars got a cough. I'm so sorry. Hello, Ben. Oh, a whole day of online training. I am sorry to hear that as well. Everybody, I hope you are here to convalesce and recoup and just hang out and numb your brains with just some silly fun here today. All right. I think we're done guessing with this one. There are a lot of 2015s. I like 2015. Although maybe 2017. There were some of those too. I'm going to go 2017. Here we go. Submitting 2019. Did anybody have that? I don't recall. But 2017. Glad we changed. We got 849 points there. Not bad. That was tricky. Let's go to the next one. Okay. We're all familiar with John F. Kennedy. Now, if this was taken during his presidency, or even while he was campaigning to become president, that would be, I would imagine, from 1960 until 1963. So I'm guessing this is not before that. Maybe it is. I doubt it, though. Look at those microphones and those shock-absorbing devices in there. They still use those things. Yeah, not a lot to zoom in on here. Unless somebody wrote a date on here that they didn't catch, and yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm guessing. I don't know if zooming in on the microphones is going to tell us anything. It certainly doesn't tell me anything. We just have to guess in which year of his presidency this is. I'm guessing this is while he was president, not before. Can anybody distinguish how he looked from year to year? I can't. I don't know. So either yeah, I'm just assuming this is while he was president. So 61 to 63. So maybe somewhere maybe 62 is a safe bet. But it'd be nice if we got it right also. Dean, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right, we are okay. Let me go back in the going back in the chat. Here we go. All right. I went too far. Here we go. All right. Keith says 59 or 60. We've got a 63 from Noah. Donna says 62. Nick says 62. Dean says 59. Paul says 62. Arjon 61. PTV says 60. Yeah, I think we're in the ballpark. We just gotta take a stab. It's hard to tell. There's nothing else in the picture that can help us. Mom says 62. I'm thinking of 62. I'm thinking of going right in the middle here. Spending any more time on here is I don't know. But Timothy Rainwaters says, looks to me like he was campaigning for the presidency. So 58 or 59. Now, did they campaign that early back then? I know they do now. But I thought that was a recent phenomenon. I thought that people running for president didn't really do it until that year. But maybe I'm wrong. So the election was in 60. It's in late 60. It's in November of 1960. So, good point. Maybe I split the difference. Maybe it's 61. Going 61. Let's see if we're right. Well, if I'm right, I made the call. Submitting. 60. Well, it was a shot in the dark, but Mark got it correct. And so did PTV and Keith. Well done. Good guessing. All right. We did get 924 points. That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. What's next? Okay. This appears to be an older photograph. This appears to be in India, maybe? And like the time of Gandhi, or maybe even before. I don't know. Cool chair. This is a tough one. But yeah, I mean, there appears to be weaponry here. Is that military garb? I'm thinking yes. So when would they be dressed like this? Is this World War II or is this before World War II? I don't know. I don't know when India would be I don't know when their conflicts were or if they were part of any other broader conflicts. I don't know that. That's not my forte. That's kind of a harbinger of my top 15 list coming up. Not really. I will be relying heavily on the chat, as I guess I always do, or quite often do. From North to Neverland, welcome in. Rachel Fithian is also here. Great to see everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Going back in the chat, let's see what everybody has to say. All right, let's see. Our first guess is from Keith. 1939, says Keith. Sounds good to me. Ben says 1916. Also sounds good to me, because I don't know any better. Donna says 1919. Arjan's 1915. Noah says 1925. Rachel, 1918. We have a 1914. 1939. So 30s or the teens. Marlene says 33. Dean says 29. Paul says 28. All right, now we're in the 20s. Yeah, I do not know. Although PTV probably knows. The guess of 1919. I might go with that because you got the last one right. So did Mark. What did Mark guess this time? I don't remember. I've already forgotten. Did Mark guess yet? I'm leaning toward 1919. We've got a 1916, 1918. No guess this time. Me either, frankly. PTV perhaps deserves. I'm going to go 1919 because I get by with a little help from my friends. Here we go. Submitting 1929. Okay. Dean. Dean guessed 1929, or maybe he knew. Either way, fantastic. because of our guess, we get of 1919, 342 points. All right, so a little dip in the road, but better. I had no idea. I probably would have guessed sometime during World War II, but I didn't know. Anyway, let's move on. Come on. All right, more military. What flags are am I? What is this? What am I looking at? Is this New Zealand? I don't know. Again, I don't know what I'm looking at. But they're all wearing shorts? All right. Or are there other and I'm just spitballing here. I'm just saying words because I don't know any better. Was Burma ever under the UK or not UK or English colonization or anything? I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what these flags are, but hopefully somebody in the chat can fill us in. I don't know. Numeric number on the flag. Good eye. This is we've got the Roman numeral for 42. Is that what that is? XLII. The L is 50, correct? X is 10. I is 1. So is that 42? Is this the year 1942? What's on this one? What does that say? I can't tell what that says. This isn't helping. I don't know. Infantry, maybe? Probably 42nd Division Infantry. The Shorts Brigade. I don't know what I'm looking at. What else? What are their medals? Or it looks like there's a bird of some sort on their headwear. They're wearing boots. All right, yeah. These are tough. All right, I'm going to zoom out. Full picture. Oh, there's another guy. Wait, what's this? What is this? Oh, somebody signed it. All right. Here we go. All right. Let me look at the chat. Let me go back. Going back a little bit. All right. All right. I don't know if I went back too far. Let's see. I think maybe I did. 1912, 1918. I don't know where the. Okay. Numeric number on flag. All right. Dean says this feels turn of the century to me, 1907. He might be playing games with us, and he knows it's 1907, but he doesn't want to let on that he knows. So it's going to be like he's pretending to guess, but he really knows. 1907 is his guess. 1924 from Donna. Mars says 42. Donna says, yep, that's 42. Noah says 23. We've got a 43. 1908. 1932. They're standing in a ballerina's first position, says Donna. Is this a performance? Are they dressed like nutcrackers? No. Let's see what else. Arjan says 1910. Let's see. This one's tough. Not as many guesses on this one. Rob doesn't want to be a downer, and I won't read the rest of it. No. Looks like Hitler was around during this time, and that's like early 30s. Yeah, and all 30s, really. Paul says 1927. It's the Colors Party. I don't know what that is. That is one of the very early episodes of Dr. Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun with Flags. I don't know. That's 30s. Rob says 33. I'm going 33 because I don't really know. Let's try it. 1933. Survey says 27. Not a bad guess. Paul Eichenlaub says 1927 here in the chat, and I ignored it. Great play there. So Dean did not know this one. He was 20 years off, but closer than I was, frankly. We earned 575 points. I think we have one more picture. Okay. Here we go. Two guys and a dog in front of a wall filled with graffiti. Let's zoom in. Are these guys of note? Are we supposed to know who these guys are? Anybody recognize them? This appears to be, at first I was going to say late 70s, but they have they're not wearing bell bottoms. Not that everybody did, but a lot of people did. They are wearing straight-legged pants. If they fancy themselves to be cutting edge in their wardrobe, perhaps this is early 80s. I don't know. Is he wearing a hood? What's on the belt buckle? Looks like the word letters M-A-N, maybe O-M-A-N. I don't know. My guess is after disco and maybe early days of hip hop. And that leads me to the early 80s. I don't know why they're standing in front of this wall. I don't know if there's significance there. That looks like one of those Spuds MacKenzie dogs. I don't know what they are. I'm not a dog person, but a little darker in color, not as white as Spuds MacKenzie, if you remember Spuds MacKenzie. Dude on the left is wearing Adidas or Adidas, depending on where you're from. Are these penny loafers? I don't know what's going on there on the top of that shoe. If these are jeans, they've got this dude's got a mean crease in the front of that denim there. I don't know about that. And panning over. I don't recognize them. Let's zoom out, see the whole thing again. I will be relying on the chat yet again. All right, let's see. Mar says 1942. I think that's the previous one. Let me scroll down here. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. I think I see some better guesses here, or more accurately, what I see our guesses for this picture. Okay. Noah says 1980. Paul says 77. Rob says 82. So does Rachel. 84 from Nick. 82. 81. 74. So before bell bottoms? That's not before bell bottoms, is it? I don't know. Again, not that everybody wore those. We've got 81. Timothy Rainwaters graduated in 82. Is this your graduation photo? It can't be. Looks like a bait dog. I don't know what that is. The dog's face is scarred up like a bait dog. What's a bait dog? Bait dogs lead rough lives, I guess. Anyone ever seen the film Break-In? That is what these guys look like. Kind of. I actually think it looks... I thought about that. This looks a bit before that. In Break-In, it was... I mean, this is a black and white photo, but I'm thinking more colorful, puffier, like parachute pants and leather jackets. That's what I get from Break-In. And this is denim. So this isn't breakdancing clothes. Like, you can't be very flexible in this. Not that they, again, I'm just spewing out nonsense, but I think this might be before breakdancing was a thing. Not that I ever was a breakdancer, didn't dress like one, certainly. But I would think you'd want something looser fitting or more stretchy than what appears. These pants look like they're pretty tough denim. But what do I know? I don't know much. Mark says 89. The guy on the left, Donna says, looks kind of like Eric Estrada. A little bit without the... did he have a mustache on Chips? No, he did not, did he? PTV says 82. Electric Boogaloo Vibe says Rob Fuzz. I like 81. Marlene said 81. From North to Neverland. That's what I was thinking. But 82? 81, 82? Let's go 81. That'll be our final guess here for our final picture. 81. Survey says. 80? Did anybody say 80? Noah. Noah said 80. Anybody else? Keith got his GED in 80. Well done. We got 924 points. We got that a couple of times. We finished with 3,614 points. Not our best, not our worst. It's still a lot of fun to play that with you guys. Thanks for playing. All right, let's take an intermission. When we come back, I've got a top 15 list. I will see you in 36 seconds. Welcome back. When I try to think of something for a top 15 list for my show, I quite often is just if something strikes me during the week, I find interesting. That's my list, and that happened again this week. I came across a video of somebody with a list of commonly mispronounced English words. Look, you can see the reflection of one of my monitors there. I'm going to have to fix that. Anyway, so what I did is I came up with some words here. And a lot of these words I have mispronounced in the past and have then pronounced them correctly. Some of them I continue to mispronounce, and some of them I will start mispronouncing now, just because that's the way I roll. Not really. Let's do this. I will be sounding like Alex Trebek during this. You know, when you'd watch, or any host of Jeopardy now, I guess, but somebody gives the answer incorrect, and then Alex would give them the correct answer, always sounding like he knew it, but without the cards, he didn't know it. Not that he wasn't smart, but that's the way this is going to be. Because for some of these, I don't know. Anyway, let's get to it. What time is it? I've got 4 minutes. I have as much time as I want, I suppose, but 7:56. All right, let's do this. Number 15. People say mischievous. It's actually pronounced mischievous. There's only mischievous. There's no I after the V. That's where I know I've said that before. I don't often say that word. I'm going to start now that I know how to say it. Mischievous. Next. Number 14. This is very similar. People say prestigious. There's a number of I's in the word. Actually, 2 of them. It's actually pronounced prestigious. I don't know if I've ever done that one. Prestigious. That's the way I hear people say it, because I don't often use that word. So that's the way I would probably say it if I had to. If I had to say it. It's a 3-syllable word masquerading as a 4-syllable word. All right, moving on. Number 13. Here we go. This one's from the kitchen. People say, I'm sure they just sounded out, Worcestershire. That's wrong. I knew this one. It's actually pronounced Worcestershire. For Americans especially, this sauce is a mouthful because it's named after a county in England. Worcester is pronounced, or the first part of this word, Worcester. Worcester. And then Shire is pronounced shire. Worcestershire. 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 I'll move on. You get it. Number 12. People say jewelry as if it's 2 syllables. It's actually pronounced jewelry as it's spelled, but I don't know. Jewelry. It's one of those words where if you say it quickly enough, it just sounds like that's what you're saying. You're just saying it fast. Jewelry. Jewelry. Moving on. Number 11. This one I had no idea. I don't even know if this is right. The incorrect way to say this is almond. The correct way, they're telling me to say this, is almond without the L. Almond? I've never done that before. It's almond. Almond? Like, no. Can anybody verify that? Almond. That doesn't even sound, I've never heard that. I don't even think I've heard that. Almond? Almond. I'll probably continue to say almond. Nobody says almond. That's silly. All right, number 10. People say acai. And I see this on a lot of, and we've purchased products with this ingredient in there. Acai. 3 syllables. Acai. Costco had a really good, in the frozen section, acai bowls. Good and good for you. Check it out. Next, number 9. I've done this too. It's not drought. It's not drought. It is draft. It's not to be confused with a drought. Draft. It has an F sound in it. But it's usually only found written in British English this way. Is it, though? If you see this spelling variant in the U.S., it's probably because you're at a bar. Well, that's exactly where I would see it. Draft. I know that one screwed me up in the past before. I'm not a big drinker. Moving on. Number 8. Sherbet, not sherbert. Was sherbet, though, a brand name, a brand of sherbet? I'm thinking it was. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Sherbet, not sherbert. There's only one R in the word. All right. Number 7. People say defibrillator. Defibrillator. But there's an R in there. It's actually pronounced defibrillator. I get that. I'm sure I've heard people say that. Again, this is another word. I don't often say this. So I don't know how I would say it. But I mean, I think I've said frib. Defibrillator? I think I've said that before. Yeah. Defibrillator. Defibrillator. If I see it, when I see it, yeah. Defibrillator. Next, number 6. This one I know, and I ever since I found out about this many years ago, I've made it a point to pronounce that R in the middle. It's not February, it's February. And I believe that I say that correctly now. But yeah, most people, and if you just want to say it fast, February. When Neil Sedaka sang Calendar Girl, I think he said February. Or the backup singers say that part of the song. Don't know. Moving on. Number 5. George W. Bush made this one popular. He would say nuclear. As if there was a U after the C. It's before the C, and it's only before the C. Nuclear. Just the way it's spelled, where there's a CL there in the middle. Nuclear. Or the word clear. Nuclear. Nuclear? You just have to enunciate it better. Nuclear. Yeah. All right. Number 4. This one I was not aware of. I always thought this was zoology. It is not. It is zoology. And this is how it was explained. If you cover up the first 2 letters, it's ology. The first 2 letters is not zoo, it's zo. Ology, zoology, zoology, not zoology. It would be zoology if you were to pronounce it zoo. You know what I mean? That's what we're getting at here. Zoology. Number 3. It's not heinous. It's heinous. This word reminds me of the Kentucky Fried Movie, if you're familiar. The Kentucky Fried Movie was the movie that the guys that made Airplane made before they made Airplane. It was a movie full of different sketches. And one was a courtroom drama, or it was a courtroom scene in which there was a television reporter reporting on whatever trial was going on. And somebody in that courtroom during testimony said the word heinous. And then the judge corrected something like, no, it's not heinous, it's pronounced heinous. And somebody said, no, it's heinous. and there were a bunch of different people. And then then they cut to a guy in a dictionary, and he says, no, here it is, hyenas. And then he read the definition of the word hyena, or hyenas. The guy's from Airplane. Anyway, that's what that word reminds me of. It's pronounced heinous. Heinous. What did I say before? Heinous. Heinous. I feel like I'm on the electric company. All right. Number 2. I've been saying this wrong, too. I've been using the L. It's not salmon. It's salmon without the L. The L is silent. But when I see that, I say salmon. I just do. That's the way I've always done it. But it's salmon, and I will now say salmon. After having copy and pasted this, I now know it's salmon. Finally, number 1 on our list today of commonly mispronounced English words. And this one is mostly done by children, I think, who see this word or hear this word, and they add a B to it, and they say supposedly. But it is supposedly. The word supposed with an L-Y, supposedly. But I've heard supposedly a number of times in my life. And I think being around a bunch of students that aren't clear on how to say it correctly, that has helped. But I've heard that before, supposedly. It is actually supposedly. Everybody, I wrap that up quickly. It is 8:07. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back next week. In the meantime, I'm sure there are other live streams going on. Chris has live streams all the time. We've got Disney Nerd Herders and D&G Explorers. Of course, you got PTV on Mondays. Dean has been going live every once in a while that I see. Check it out. You can always find it on theliveplace.com. That's like a TV guide for all these live streams. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Go Lions! Hope they win on Sunday. I think they will. That's my gut feeling. All right, everybody. See you next week. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you had fun. Good night.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.